Turi, Ari Baba, Turi, Turi Baba, Turi, Turi Baba, Ki Darun, Ki Darun. Will you sing Matilda for me? Bus. Act a sentence, say, maar diya. Matilda, sing a little louder. Matilda, Matilda, she take me money and run to Venezuela. Unfortunately, he passed away. That is Harry Belafonte. He's the only scandal I had, really.
তো অ্যাজ আ সেলিব্রিটি আপনার ভয় করে না?
আপনারা সবাই তো বাঙালি আপনার জন্মশক্তিতে, আমি বাঙালি আমার নিজের ইচ্ছের শক্তিতে। The only Bombay artist, original Bombay artist. I hope your whole audience is clapping their hands and saying, yeah.
অনেকে তো এখন লিপসিং করছে।
Of course. No, I don't like lip sync myself. কিন্তু কখনো কখনো गले में किच किच गले में क्या करूं मिक्स की गोली लो खिच खिच दूर करो टन 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 टन. Have you seen the McCain ad? Satyajit Ray doesn't belong to Kolkata. Forget it. আমি খুব ভীতু জানো. I look so strong, but I'm scared of everything. I notice it in my everyday life. Everyday life, I notice how there is no civic sense. I never make sensational remarks. And when people say, what is your message to the people? I have no message to give. My husband and I, we have very democratic, I wouldn't say democratic, actually it's more, he was like Hitler. When we talk about equality and eta chai, ota chai, why? Woman is Shakti. And an overdose of Shakti can only destroy.
রিসেন্ট কারোর বাঙালি ওখানে এক্স্যাক্টলি করতে পারছে সম্মান?
I don't think so. If we can say, I love London, I love Tokyo, why can't we say I love Kolkata? And I started also using the core. Kolkata, Kolkata, don't worry Kolkata, amra tomari Kolkata. Manipura,
Manipura Ayurveda. ওরা আপনাকে গিফটটা পাঠিয়েছে। ওরা হচ্ছে এসেনশিয়াল অয়েল বেসড প্রোডাক্টস।
Oh, okay.
Fully natural.
Please, we do another episode. Hi everybody, namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum. I'm so happy to be on Turi Films Bangla. I want all of you to please subscribe, okay?
নমস্কার, আমি অনিমেষ আবার এলাম আপনাদের সামনে। কলকাতা, পশ্চিমবঙ্গে তো ভালো কিছু হয় না, কোনো ভালো লোক থাকে না, সাকসেসফুল লোকেরা সব বাংলা ছেড়ে চলে যাচ্ছে, এরকম তো চিরকাল আপনাদের থেকে শুনেই আসছি। আর এই চিন্তাধারাটা ভাঙার জন্যই তো এই প্রচেষ্টা। তো আজকে আমরা এমন একজনের সাথে কথা বলবো যিনি জগতের যে কোনো জায়গায় থাকতে পারতেন, কিন্তু তিনি কলকাতাটা বেছে নিয়েছেন। হ্যাঁ, জন্মসূত্রে নয়, বেছে নিয়েছেন কলকাতাতে থাকতে। আর তার কথা একটু বলি। তিনি মূলত গান গান, কিন্তু তিনি গান না গাইলে অনেক কিছু হতে পারতেন। শিক্ষিকা হতে পারতেন, মুচি হতে পারতেন, তারপর টেলার হতে পারতেন। রান্নাটা খুব একটা খারাপ করতেন না, কিন্তু ওনার রাজমা চাওয়ালটা খাবেন না, হ্যাঁ, ওইটা মেনুতে থাকলে এড়িয়ে যেতে হবে। অ্যাক্টিং করেছেন, অমিতাভ বচ্চনের সাথে অ্যাক্টিং করেছেন। এবং আরেকটা জিনিস যেটা উনি যদি প্রফেশন হিসেবে নেন তাহলে একটু এড়িয়ে থাকবেন, সেটা হচ্ছে গাড়ি চালানো। হ্যাঁ, ওটার থেকে একটু দূরে থাকবেন। উনি যদি আপনাকে বলে যে চলো ড্রাইভ করে নিয়ে যাচ্ছি, হয়তো পারবেনই না, কিন্তু পারলে একটু দূরে থাকবেন। ওনার বয়স যতই হোক, উনি জেনারেশনের পর জেনারেশন নিজেকে মিলিয়ে নিয়েছেন। এর জন্য ওনাকে আজকে নমস্কার না জানিয়ে বলি হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ।
নমস্কার, নমস্কারম, সত শ্রী আকাল, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। তুরি আরে বাবা, তুরি তুরি বাবা, তুরি তুরি বাবা, কি দারুন অনিমেষ। Ramesh, being with you on this show. Thank you so much for having me on this. Really,
It's
it's
a
really
pleasure.
marvelous. আপনি যা যা বলেছেন আমার what is it? আমার বারে মে. Okay, আমার বারে মে. Almost all was right, except that you said that I'm even though I'm complete vegetarian. আমি সব রান্না জানি, জানো, আমি খুব ভালো করে রান্না করি, কারণ I had to please my husband and my children, so I learned how to make all the non-vegetarian dishes. আরেকটা কথা আপনি বলেছেন, if I go on the bike or something like that, to stay far away. Actually, even I must stay far away from myself on the bike, because I love motorbikes. I really love motorbikes, but I'm too scared. So when it is on the stand, ওখানে আমি গিয়ে বসবো এমনি করে তাক করে that's about it.
ওই কথাগুলোতে আসবো, কিন্তু ফার্স্ট যেটা এই আমাদের চ্যানেলের যেটা অবজেক্টিভ সেটা নিয়ে বলি, কলকাতা কেন?
That's a good idea to start with that. Actually, কলকাতা কেন? I mean, আপনি যা বলেছেন, মানে যারা বলে all the good people have left Calcutta and left Bombay. Actually, it's left and gone to Bombay for greener pastures. বলে এখানে কাজ নেই, এখানে কিছু ভালো হচ্ছে না. There is no room for expansion. There is no room for improvement. There is no room for freedom of whatever you're doing. Especially if we're talking about the music field. আমাদের fraternity যে আছে, ওর মধ্যে লোকেরা ভাবে কি এখানে আর কিছু নেই, everything is done and dusted. কিন্তু আমি এটা নিশ্চয়ই বলবো কি why did I choose Kolkata? Mine is quite a different reason. Actually, I'm probably the only Bombay artist, original Bombay artist. আপনারা সবাই তো বাঙালি আপনার নিজের জন্মশক্তিতে, আমি বাঙালি আমার নিজের ইচ্ছের শক্তিতে. And this is so true. I think, in fact, I hope your whole audience is clapping their hands and saying, yeah, what a piece. হ্যাঁ, যদি কোনো politician বলতে তো খুব ভালো করে applause পেতেন, কিন্তু we are on a channel, so it's a bit difficult for you to get the response. But I know that my audience will be clapping for that. সত্যি করে, I think it is more important to love a place and love people that make the place out of choice better than out of birth. And so why Kolkata? এখানে প্রথমবার যখন আমি এসেছিলাম, প্রথমবার in 1969, it's almost like going into a history book. And I was singing at Trinkas in Calcutta. On the first night, I met my husband. He was in the audience, and his name is Johnny. And it's not Johnny with an accent; it's just Johnny. And Johnny had come to listen to me, like most people, out of curiosity. Let us see what this Amma can do, in a sari, what Cuban. So when he came in and he was listening to me singing, after the show was over, he said to me, "Actually, you were super tonight. Will you sing Matilda for me?" Bas, act a sentence, maar diya. Absolutely. What a marvelous man. Absolutely. And he's the only scandal I had, really. And the only scandal I married. So I don't make sensational copy and I don't make sensational news either. But this is sensational enough, considering আমি Bombay থেকে এসেছিলাম এখানে. And then, of course, we got married in Calcutta. And because I got married to him, he's not Bengali. He's a Keralite working in Bengal. He was working in a tea company called J. Thomas and Company. And well, I mean, if your husband is in a particular place, I mean, it's only understood, I think, in traditional homes and Orthodox homes, that the lady always stays with the man. And I'm happy to do that, actually, very happy. It's got nothing to do with woman power or anything like this. In fact, I think it has everything to do with woman power, because I think it's great to be able to choose and say, yes, I will stay where my husband is. And with happiness, yeah. So this is where I stayed after we got married, and Tapor we were transferred to Cochin. Okhanege, we had our 2 children, and then we were posted back to Calcutta. Tokhan Theke from 1976, I've been here. That's a long, long time in Kolkata.
তো দুটো পজিটিভ আর দুটো নেগেটিভ যদি আমি জানতে চাই কলকাতা সম্বন্ধে তাহলে কি বলবেন?
আমি তো একদম I'm a complete what shall I say, optimist, and I do believe in being positive and spreading positive vibes around everywhere. I think the 2 best things about Kolkata is the fact that it allows people from all over the country and abroad to come here and make it their home. It allows everybody to show their culture, to show their art. They get together and it's really beautiful. I think this is one of the plus points. Another plus point is the fact that we still, with all the problems that we may have, I think it's still one of the most, I won't say inexpensive, I would say a place where everybody can get a nice square meal for much, much less than many other places. These are my 2 plus points. The first one, of course, is the one that I really, really appreciate. The fact that everybody is over here. Cultures from all over really mix and get into the melting pot of India's culture right here in Kolkata. The 2 negative points. I don't believe in negativity at all.
When we can improve?
Even where we can improve and negative. I would say that first of all is civic sense. আমি জানি না কত লোক এটা মানবে কিনা, but I think instead of pointing fingers at everybody and saying you're to blame for whatever it is, and politicizing everything is like connected to politics. I think we would be much ahead of our time. I mean, of our times. I think we'd be much ahead if we just allowed ourselves to be truly free and allowed ourselves without blaming others and doing a lot more introspection as to why did certain things happen the way they did. Ekhon bolben ke Didi is not giving a proper answer for this, that mane oversimplify করছে, কিন্তু এটা নয়. I'm not oversimplifying. I notice it in my everyday life. Everyday life I notice how there is no civic sense, or civic sense is going down day by day. And we are to blame. We ourselves are to blame. If we say there is no justice, there is no freedom, there is no safety, there is no security, not just for the girls, not just for the women, but also for men. Because every woman's issue, I believe, is a man's issue. And, if you want, it's much better to be a part of the solution than be a part of the problem. And, instead of fighting the men, I've always believed that it's much better to accept that there are some things, when we talk about equality and eta chai, ota chai, why? Woman is Shakti. And an overdose of Shakti can only destroy. This is my belief. I really believe that if we are all, as women, if we are happy to be where we are, and of course there are many things that, I'm not making it oversimplified by saying, there are little points where you could say similar pay scales, similar holidays, similar for men and for women. It's okay, you can fight for that. But you don't have to go sloganeering on the roads and light candles and walk, because nothing's going to work. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. Life was made for man and woman to be together. I think God made it that way. So why fight it? Why can't we just hold hands with the man and say, yes, Let's walk together. Let's work together. Let's talk together. And let's solve all of our problems together. Instead of just blaming the man sometimes we get so involved with blaming each other that we've actually forgotten what the problem is. And we're not really going up ahead. This is one negative point. I would also say there is another negative point which also requires internalization. As in, are we truly free? Are we truly free to be? I know I am. I am truly free because I don't believe in many of the things that people are fighting for. I don't believe in many of them. I'm 3,000% secular. I grew up in an atmosphere that was so secular. My father and mother being Tamilians. I grew up with Muslims as my neighbors. I went to a convent school. I rang the Angelus bell, and I was in school. I was Christian. At home, I was Hindu. With my neighbors, I was Muslim, and so it went on. So I think being secular, being being free to choose what you really want to do, I think we have to work towards that. I really think we as a people should work towards that. But that's not just in Calcutta, it's everywhere. And I know that many of your Jara Apni interview coaching, Nishchay Gulbin, they will talk about the floods, they will talk about Etanoi. That's not the point. It's not the point to really just blame the establishment or blame the past or say this is because of the Britishers or this is because of XYZ, because that was then and this is now. So what are we going to do with all the people who have suffered in the recent floods? Or what are we going to do about the people who are suffering day by day? How are we going to be a more and more inclusive society is what I want to see.
So, তুমি সুন্দরী কত কলকাতা.
Oh, with all, I said that right in the beginning. No matter what happens, হোক না লোডশেডিং, রাস্তা জলে ভাসে, লোকেরা ঝুলে ঝুলে যাচ্ছে ত্রাণে বাসে, তবু তুমি সুন্দরী কত কলকাতা.
ম্যাডাম এইখানে ম্যাডাম বলা
দিদি
বলাটাই তো.
Did you agree with anything that I said?
I agree with it totally. মানে এই লড়াইটা আমার সাথে কনস্ট্যান্ট লোকেদের হচ্ছে যে don't point fingers at others.
No, it's ridiculous.
মানে নিজে রাস্তায় নোংরা ফেলে বলো না কেন পরিষ্কার করছে না, ফেলোই না.
Don't do it. Don't. And the sad thing is that we are always ready to find a reason to blame somebody else. All the time, when you yourself are doing the most horrible things, like defecating on the road, like using the whole road as a urinal. I mean, what is that all about? What is that all about? What about all the cars that got submerged in the floods? What about all the loss that there was for all these things, and how many young children got damaged, literally damaged in their brain and what they saw, their mothers being swept away, or what happened to them. There are so many little things that we have to. And another thing, I really don't believe that. I feel that so many things in Calcutta that we make an issue out of a non-issue.
আমার মনে হয় আমাদের এক্সপোজার টু ওয়ার্ল্ড আউটসাইড ক্যালকাটাটা একটু কম আছে. মানে we don't know what's happening elsewhere.
We don't know, or we don't care to know.
সেটাই, মানে we are so কুপমণ্ডক যেটা বলে.
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু another thing I'll tell you, আমরা বলি সব সময় আমাদের ভাষা, আমাদের আমাদের রবীন্দ্রনাথ. See, the two actions are different. If you want the whole world to learn Rabindra Sangeet, or if you want them all to learn Bengali, there is an action which says Chori da.
Exactly.
Right, and this is one action, and then the other action is to say Eta amader. what do you mean আমাদের? I mean, Satyajit Ray doesn't belong to Calcutta. Forget it. Forget it. He belongs to the whole world, right? And similarly with everybody else, you cannot put everyone in a box and say, this box belongs to me. It doesn't. It does not. Just like you cannot say that, I mean, you know, for me, in any case, for me, the song is always bigger than the singer. Always. Yes, always bigger than the singer. So it translates into many things. The creation, whatever you've created or what people have written, is always much bigger than what the person wrote, than that person, because generations to come will probably open the book and learn Rabindra Sangeet without, like, even now, I mean, in Bombay there have been so many people who've asked me, I promise you this is the truth, in Bombay there are so many people who have asked me, क्यों आपके रविंद्र संगीत में, they don't say it like that, क्यों आपके रविंद्र संगीत में सिर्फ एक जैसा ट्यून होता है, इतना कुछ नया कुछ नहीं निकाले? And I tell them, you know, I don't even know what to tell them. So once or twice I've said it as a joke, and I said it was Rabindranath Tagore, our guru, who wrote, our Kavi guru, who wrote these songs. And, you know, he's dead and gone, but his creation will always remain. And then they realized that it is called, there are so many people anywhere in the world who don't know what it's all about, right? And so, this is why I say that no matter what happens, if there is a violinist or a piano player or a symphony that's playing, to prove to the world, not to the world, to prove to themselves that they are worthy of using that instrument, they have to learn how to play Beethoven. Or the keyboard player has to learn, piano player has to learn how to play Mozart or Chopin. You know, why is it that way? Because the creation is much bigger. They may have made only, say for example, Beethoven, I'm not sure even, you may go to Google and figure out how many symphonies did he write or how many things did he compose. How much?
I don't know, I'm just talking. I can help.
So we could find that out. And if you compare it with what, say for example, Kumar Sanu or Lataji Mangeshkar or Asha Ji have sung, or Mohammed Rafi or Kishore Kumar, and you know, you find that they're 30,000, 75,000. It's nowhere that, right? But I mean, all their work remains forever, isn't it? And I think that is what is important, that a song is much bigger than the singer.
Right.
What?
9 symphonies.
That's it.
Beethoven has 9 symphonies and
Gosh.
Mozart had 41.
Gosh. Isn't that a learning? Gosh. And the whole world is trying to play Beethoven. Why? There must be something in that. He composed what? 9 symphonies? Where is that compared to what our people have done over here? So it doesn't matter. Nobody's really thinking about that symphony as Beethoven, but they're thinking of it as a beautiful piece of art, beautiful piece of music. So I think the song is always bigger than the singer, which is a very, very symbolic way of talking about the way we look at creations. Yeah.
দিদি, কলকাতা নিয়ে যখন কথা হচ্ছিল, আমি আসলে এখন Cheers, I started early.
Yeah.
তো এখন তো একটু বয়স হয়ে যাচ্ছে, এর জন্য আমার তো
you don't look at me.
That's my complexion.
Ore baapre.
But I'm on the other side of the century.
No, that doesn't matter.
তো এখন একটু টাইম হচ্ছে আমাকে একটু give back to this
To society. Yeah.
to this city specifically. I've stayed 13 years away from here like a fish out of water. Then
Where?
I've stayed all over. I've stayed in a country called Botswana.
Oh,
Stayed in
Botswana.
UK for a few days. Then went to California. Then ran away and came down to Philadelphia. কারণ ক্যালিফোর্নিয়াটা এখন মিনি ইন্ডিয়া হয়ে গেছে।
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to understand how Americans live to Philadelphia, একদম ব্ল্যাক ফিলাডেলফিয়ান নেবারহুডে ছিলাম। তো কিন্তু ওই কলকাতাতেই ছিলাম, মানে সব মনে হচ্ছিল কবে ফিরব। তো একটা বই লিখেছি, এটা লোকে যতই কলকাতা সম্বন্ধে খারাপ কিছু বলুক, এইটা নিয়ে বলা উচিত না, দ্যাট ইজ আওয়ার পাবলিক ট্রান্সপোর্ট। তো পাবলিক ট্রান্সপোর্ট ইজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট
In Calcutta.
In Calcutta.
For sure.
তো তার পুরো হিস্ট্রিটা ডকুমেন্ট করেছি আমি আর অশোক মুখোপাধ্যায়। উনি ইনফ্যাক্ট উনি সিনিয়র, আমি আমার নামটা দিয়ে দিয়েছি। তো জিব্রা কার্ড টু স্ন্যাপি ইজ দ্য রিসেন্ট ই-ক্যাব which has started, and জিব্রা কার্ড হচ্ছে মল্লিক বাড়িতে ওদের
One must read this.
হর্স টানাতে মনে হলো সবাই তো হর্স দিয়ে টানছে, তো আমি আলিপুর জু থেকে দুটো জিব্রা নিয়ে ওদের গাড়ির জিব্রা টানতাম।
Wow.
তো ফুল হিস্ট্রিটা যদি আপনার
I would love to
Somewhere
read
to
this. Yeah, it's just too amazing. Okay, so you're talking about Calcutta. Tell me.
না, আই এম টকিং অ্যাবাউট ইউ। তো আমার না একটা, বিকজ আই হ্যাভ নট রিয়েলি হ্যাড বিন ফরচুনেট এনাফ আপনার মতন সেলিব্রিটিদের লাইফের ভিতরে ঢুকতে। তো আমার সবসময় একটা আই হ্যাভ মেড অ্যান ইমপ্রেশন ইন মাই কি আপনার ডেটা কেমন,
It'll be like this, and yeah.
আপনি ওঠেন, বাড়ির যে ফ্যামিলিতে আছে, বেসিক্যালি আজকাল তো গালে কেউ চুমু খায় না, কানের পাশ দিয়ে একটা চুমু গুড মর্নিং বলে দিয়ে দেন ব্রেকফাস্টে কি খান?
Okay. You really want to know about my family, okay? Or what is
I'll
my
come to
day?
the family. I want your day first.
My day. Let me tell you my day. I get up very early. এটা তো মানে একটা চাইল্ডহুড হ্যাবিট। আমাদের জয়েন্ট ফ্যামিলি ছিল। আমরা সবাই, my father was in the police. আমরা সবাই মিলে we used to sleep in the living room on the floor.
Just father and mom.
Yeah. My father was Vaidinath Someshwar Sami, and he was the Deputy Commissioner of Police in Mumbai. Crime branch. And we were very middle class, And I'm so glad that we were middle class, because I think middle class morality, middle class values are so much more sterling and so much more lasting. I'm not saying anything about the people who are rich and it's fantastic, but we learned the value of what they took for granted, And so I think I had a wonderful childhood. Such a lovely childhood, and I have nothing to complain about my childhood. Really lovely, and it was really, really marvelous. So when because we were Jehetu, we were middle class family. We slept in the living room together, all of us. We were a family of 6 children, and so we all slept in that.
You are the 5th.
I'm number 5. Number 5, they say, is lucky.
Lucky.
I've been lucky, so I'm lucky to have you. After 57 years of singing, to have somebody like you coming up and saying you'd like to interview me, I really feel happy about that. How does my day start? Right from the beginning. Why did I say about middle class? I think most middle class families, especially now when if I say all the ladies, if I said that, then you would probably think of a gender bias over there. Kintu eta shotti kotha that usually it's the ladies who get up first, make the coffee in the morning, or make the tea, or whatever it is that the family has. And so I was very good that way. I'm very good in the kitchen. I was very good folding clothes. I don't like washing clothes. Well, I love washing buttons. I'm very good at that. And I enjoyed helping in the kitchen with my mother. And I just found that it became a habit with me to get up first, along with my mother. So always got up at about 5, and that carries on even now. So my day to day, when we fast forward it, I get up at 5 in the morning, and this all became more evident during COVID. Karan, there was no place for me to go. Before, I used to go to CCFC for a walk, put on my shoes and walk up to the CCFC and do about 3 rounds. That was it, and come back home. Then with COVID coming on, we couldn't go out anywhere, so we just stayed home. But I'm a sucker for routine. আমি খুব পছন্দ করি এখনো আমি বলি সব children, all the youth today, to have a routine in your life. Without a routine, you really don't appreciate your time. When you like, for example, today's interview, for me it was so important to be here. You said 12. I wanted to be here at 12 because I never go anywhere late. Not because I respect or I love myself so much to have a good name that she comes early, but because I respect you and I respect your time and all of them who are working. Because that's the only thing we have. Yeah. The only thing that belongs to you and me is our time. And if I can't respect that time, then I don't think life's really worth it. So for me, I'm a sucker for routine. So I used to get, during COVID, I'm saying, I would get up at 5, then I would probably do a little bit of reading at that time. And after saying my prayers, I'd go have a bath and get ready and wear my socks and shoes as always and walk around the dining table.
Right.
Yeah, and come back. Then I would start sending all my messages. So what did I do for breakfast? Now for that I have to go back to the fact that during COVID, I have 2 children, a girl and a boy. The girl is elder, Anjali. She lives in Cochin. And Sunny, my son, is with me now in Kolkata. So my husband at that time during COVID was in Cochin. So what did I do for breakfast? First of all, at that time, I must tell you that I don't speak about this often, but my son has gone through a problem. He's had a kidney problem. So it's been a bad time for all of us actually. And luckily we set up home dialysis for him. Because we did a transplant and the transplant got rejected. So he was back onto dialysis. And that was really sad. But before COVID happened, we started a dialysis at home. Of course, with the okay of the authorities and everything. So we have 2 technicians who come and hook him up and give him his dialysis and everything. So that is a constant worry in my life. A constant worry at the back of my mind. No matter what I'm doing, whatever it is, that's always at the back of my mind. But sometimes, most of the times, it's with gratitude and saying to God that thank you, God, for another day, and please look after my son, look after our son. And so for breakfast, by the time he gets up, all our timings are different. During dialysis, he would sleep. He sleeps. So after that, the whole night he's awake. So the clock in our home is different. His clock is different, my clock is different. So what do I do for breakfast? I have a very simple breakfast. Now what we do is we go to a place called ATS. It sounds very, very stylish. It's Arun Tea Store. Yeah. So my friends Sheila and Ashok and Kiran, we get together there, sometimes 2 or 3 other Bengali families of mine. They come over there in the car and we have our tea and toast. By 9:30 we go home and I have maybe an egg omelette, 1 egg white. And after that, my son still hasn't got up. So when I leave the home, I always say, bye Raja to him. And of course I'm sad because I always feel, is there nothing else for Sunny to look forward to except the next dialysis? So I feel really sad about that. But then, in 1 minute, I think, thank you God for giving me music, because without the stage and without my audiences and without the music that we perform, it would be impossible for me. So when I come back, I'm hoping that he'd be awake, but he's not. So I have my breakfast, which is an egg white omelette and sometimes maybe luchi and aloo. And then I get ready to come to the studio. I get ready and then I'm here in the studio till, well, if I have a recording, then I record. And otherwise, I'm here. And then I go off in the afternoon again. And then we get ready for the next show. And this has been my routine. So I'm not a big lunch eater or a breakfast eater or anything. But I'm a junk eater.
Riyaz karen roj?
Sorry?
Riyaz?
No, for what? My only Riyaz is I'm a people's person. I've never learned to know to music. So আমি সবসময় বলি, music is not my business, communication is. So my Riyaz is also communication.
Vocal exercises,
No, আমি তো রোজ গান করছি।
studio.
So, but then I learn how to communicate better with you and how I can get to the heart of people a little bit better.
বলে রাখি, আজকে আমরা স্টুডিও ভাইব্রেশনের দিদির অফিসেই বসে আছি। পাশে একটা পুজো হচ্ছে, এর জন্য মাঝে মাঝে জানে দু বুঝে জানা হয় বলছে। আমরা থাকবো। তো টিভি, ওটিটি এগুলো দেখার সময়?
Oh, I'm all the time on television because that is something my husband loved. My husband and I, we have very democratic, I won't say democratic, actually it's more, he was like Hitler. So, the remote was always in his hand and he only watched BBC, CNN, the news, tennis, cricket, football, anything to do with sport and nothing to do with music of mine. So, we kept our distances as far as music was concerned and I learned to appreciate what he did. He didn't bother to appreciate what I was doing, so it didn't make a difference. But my point here always is, it depends on the woman really. Why must we fight about it? If you don't like something that he's doing, be the change you want to see, like Gandhiji would say, get up and go. So television, I'm a great TV freak and buff. I see a lot of movies and what should I say? Yeah, I love seeing movies, but I love watching the news.
Reality shows?
I love watching that. And
you love the drama around it?
Around the reality show. If we can get to that, then it's fine. Do we have the time for that? Okay. All right. Now, you see there are people, many singers, I'm sure you've interviewed some of them, who are very, very cynical about this, about the reality show. Including people here or including you, I'm not sure.
না, আমার কাছে রিয়েলিটি শোজ মানে অনেককে খেতে দিচ্ছে, কারণ আগে এই আর্টিস্টরা কিছু কাজই পেত না, আর আজকে অ্যাটলিস্ট মুখ দেখালেও কিছু কাজ তো তারা পেতে থাকে। যারা কন্টেস্টেন্ট যারা আসছে তাদের তো কেউ চিনতই না, মানে এখন অডিশনে।
That is not Chotawala. What about the technicians? What about the camera people? Many.
না, ওটা নিয়ে আমি আসছিলাম। তো since we have come there, if you could also touch on the backstage technician work that you have done. তো একই সাথে তাহলে।
No, what I want to say, which I'm not sure how many people, but everybody will agree with me because they probably have thought about it, but not being able to put it in words probably. Many years ago, I'm talking of more than 57 years ago, because singing, I've been singing now for 57 years. তখন একটা বড় একটা কেক ছিল, এত বড়? এত বড়। And there were, say, 7-8 singers. Lataji Mangeshkar, Ashaji Bhosle, Kishore Kumar, Mohammad Rafi, Manada, Himantada, who else? Mukesh, Talat Mahmood. Say maximum 8 people. In a country of koti log, there were only this many singers, okay? And if you talk about Bengali, then you would say maybe. I said him to that. And you can say Shandam Shamam, okay. And people from the south, S.P. Balasubramaniam, S.P. Balasubramaniam, S. Janaki, K.J. Yesuda, so many people. Anyway, all of them were eating from this big cake. Even then, agar khinch ke lenge, to we would probably say 15 people. Okay. But the Kerala industry and the Bengal industry were almost on similar lines. We didn't use so many songs per se in a film, a Bengali movie or a Malayalam movie. So the basic music, what they call private music, became much more in Kerala and in Bengal compared to the other places. And I hate calling it Bollywood, the Hindi music industry was totally different. So let us say there were 10 people eating from this cake. And they ate well. They didn't allow anybody else to eat from that. They were very happy eating the cake. So some people would say that there were no other people to eat from that. The nahi achhe singer, hum hi log the, or whatever it is. Be that as it may. Put it back and fast forward. It's the same cake, the same size of the cake, but there are about 1,800 singers, and they're all wanting to eat from the same cake. How is it possible? How is it possible? And everybody wants to be in the films. As if Bollywood is a benchmark. If you're a good singer, এখন চান্স পেয়েছেন আপনি বলিউড ফিল্মে গান করেন, এখন কিছু করছেন নতুন বলিউডে, as if that is the ultimate. But for me, that is not the ultimate. I mean, I'm happy to get a Hindi song because ওই হিন্দি একটা গান পাওয়া যায়, তো I can get about 375 para shows. You understood? So I'm still living because of Rambaho. Dekhte abhi 40 বছর হয়ে গেছে। Rambaho, Shan, 1 2 Cha Cha Cha, Hari Om Hari, এই সব তো এখনো উড়ি বাবা এখনো চলছে। Not এখন আরো চলছে than before. So my point is that how lucky we are to have the reality show, because it is given a platform to expose the wonderful talent that India has. I know. তখন তো ছিলই না। Nobody knew them, as you said. Nobody knew them. Nobody knew anyone else except these singers. Maybe in Maharashtra they had Bhavgeet, and over here they had Baul and they had Rabindra Sangeet and Kolli Geet and all that. Kintu that benchmark that people thought that is where everything is in Bollywood is a misconception, total misconception. But it doesn't matter if people thought that way. I'm just talking about the irony of the whole thing, that the cake remains the same, but the people are different. And thank God for the reality shows. I'm not saying all reality shows or all the singers are very good or what. Ami bolchi, don't be so udas. Itna udas mat ho hoye. Because many people ask me, ora kothay gecche, the people who won the Indian Idol or who won Saregama-pa, kothay gelo, they don't get anything. They're not doing any playback. Doesn't matter.
Performance
it doesn't matter. I mean, and don't ever forget that everybody comes with their own luck, in their muti.
Didi, একটা জিনিস আমার জানার, আপনার it's not possible, কারণ আপনি যেরকম ইন্টারেক্ট করেন, কমিউনিকেট করেন, কিন্তু অনেকে তো এখন লিপসিং করছে,
Of course.
তো সেইখানে আর লিপসিং করতেই হবে, যে যেরকম নাচছে তাতে গলায় গলায়
It's not
কাঁপছে না,
possible.
মানে লোকে বুঝতেই পারছে। তো এই এই জিনিসটাতে আপনার কেমন লাগে?
No, I don't like lip sync myself. কিন্তু কখনো কখনো for television, if you're doing one song or two songs.
হ্যাঁ, বাট when you are communicating with the audience, আপনি তো লিপসিং কোথা থেকে করবেন? আপনি তো কথাই বলছেন সব
No,
সময়।
it's not possible. And I think when you're doing, say for example, if some television show is going on and everybody, there are so many artists in the show, it's a consummate show, তখন একটা balance রাখতে in the sound quality, ওরা বলে do lip sync, do so that everybody's sound will be the same. So I don't think there's anything particularly wrong in doing that.
আমি বলছি লাইভ শো।
But I think it's completely wrong to cheat. I think it's completely wrong to cheat your audience, because I believe that for me, I am because of my audience. Without my audience, I'm absolutely zero. Without my musicians, I'm a bigger zero. And without my technicians, I'm nothing actually. And as I say, the song is much bigger than the singer. Much, much bigger. Lokera bole, oh, I made the song. Or, they say that such and such song was made by them. No, the song made them. Like for example, Uri Baba. The song made me, isn't it? Aha tumi shundari koto Kolkata. The song made me. I didn't make the song. I'm so grateful to God all the time. Yesterday, at this show that I did in Gorfa Park, I did Jai Kali, Kolkatawali. Jo se bolo ar bajao tali, mushkil ashan hobe mushkil ashan, hate hate tumi pabe proman, ei montore tomar bhorbe jhuli, Jai Kali, Kolkatawali. Now that was so fantastic, because the song made me. There was Kalima standing right in front of me. কোথায় থেকে এলে এত পুরনো গান just came in front of my eyes, and कुछ rehearsal नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, ऐसे ही हम गा लिए, and it went off like a bomb yesterday. The show was a cracker of a show, really, and it's all because of my audience.
I know you don't like talking negative, কিন্তু এই কথাটা যখন বললেন তখন জানতে, have you ever had a show which has bombed?
No, I don't have. I've never had a show which is bombed. No, thank God. Bhagwan,
কারণ
please.
আপনার তো মানে within 2 minutes পুরো অডিয়েন্স আপনি ক্যাপচার
I'm
করেন।
very lucky, because I believe in this from the beginning. আমি কোনোদিন বলিনি কি আপনারা সবাই আমায় দেখুন, না, আপনারা আমায় বানিয়েছেন, उसके लिए आप हमें और आशीर्वाद दीजिए ताकि you can put me up.
So coming back to you,
So let me tell you about the bomb, the show. I mean, when people, you ask me such a valid question. Haven't I ever had a show that is bombed? Not really. No, my shows have never bombed. But inside me, there have been shows which have been fantastic on the outside, and everybody loved it on the outside. But inside me, I was not happy. I felt maybe I didn't do the right selection. Maybe I didn't say the right thing. I always do a lot of introspection programming for. Oh, Khani, I have bombed once or twice.
বাট এই যে আপনি কমিউনিকেট করেন, এটা কি স্ক্রিপ্ট করে যান নাকি
No, my God, no.
ইমপ্রম্পটু? তো
Everything
সেখানে
is
তো there
impromptu.
always be regret, এই কথাটা বলতে ভুলে গেছি আমি, ওই ইন্টারভিউ পরে বলবো আর এই প্রশ্নটা করি।
No, I don't have any regret that I haven't. But like, for example, day before yesterday, we did a show in Bangalore. Okay, and I did, I did 2-3 Kannada songs also, and I felt that my only regret that day was that I wish I had done one more Punjabi song, because there were a lot of Punjabis. It was in a mall. It was in a forum mall, And I could see that there were so many Punjabis. I should have sung one more. So, when I do introspection, then I feel that, hey, I could have done this better, or hey, I could have sung this better, or maybe I didn't say the right thing at that time. But I'm very politically correct, let me tell you that. I never make sensational remarks. And when people say, what is your message to the people? I have no message to give. I hope and pray that when I talk during my show or when I sing, that people will be open enough in their mind to take the message. They must take the message from me. Like when you read a book, the book is not giving you messages, no.
Yeah.
You have to be open enough to.
So coming to your appearance, the performing art to dress is an integral part. And আপনি সবসময় আলাদা থেকেছেন ওয়েস্টার্ন ওয়ের থেকে দূরে the kind of music that you did can 99.9% singers western dressing.
Yeah, absolutely.
তো আপনি মানে was it a conscious choice?
No, it was again my middle class upbringing. But টাকা কোথায় ছিল গো to have different dresses to wear, or যা মা পরেছিলেন, I took her sari, my sister's sari, Didi's sari. ওটাই পরে আমি টিপ আগে ছিল ছোট্ট একটা ছোট বোতলে. It used to be kept in the bathroom. After you had a bath, the girl just dipped it in the bottle, mirror, and put it there. It was liquid. তারপর হ্যাঁ ওটা বড় হয়ে গেছে, ছোট হয়ে গেছে. Then came the advent of cigar, which had different colors in it. And so I would make different color bindis, and it was wonderful. Therefore, it became different. I started drawing different bindis on my forehead. Then came the advent of stickers in colors. And so I used to, when I made this song, Kolkata, Kolkata, don't worry Kolkata, Amra Tomari Kolkata. When I sang that, I thought to myself, if we can say, I love London, I love Tokyo, why can't we say I love Kolkata? What's wrong in that? Why at that time, I'm talking about almost 40 years now, why didn't we have any t-shirts or any saris or any bags with those messages given? Why? কেন ছিলই না এরকম. কিন্তু when I got into it, I asked Nandita Di from Kanishko, I said, please make one sari for me. And I started also using the core. I had made I used to draw it, core, for Kolkata. And once when I'd gone to Bombay, there was a shop called Benzer. I'd gone to Benzer to buy something, and they asked me, they said, Didi, आपके सारे फैंस कॉलेज में जो जाते हैं लोग सब हमें पूछते हैं कि उषा उत्तुप जैसे बिंदी हमें बना के दीजिए. सो आई सेड हाँ तो बना दीजिए. ही सेड नहीं, आप एक डिज़ाइन दीजिए जो आप पहनते हैं. तो मैंने कहा कि मैं तो ड्रॉ करती हूँ खुद. तो दे सेड ओके देन डू वन फॉर अस. सो आई डिड द कॉल. देन इट बिकेम अ ह्यूज थिंग. And at any point of time, if you open my bag, you find lots of core bindis, which now what has happened is I have a little place in Bandra East in Bombay. Jekhane there's a girl called Varsha who's married to a Muslim boy called Imran. Ar ora amar bindi shop design kore. Khub shundor shundor. So it's really quite exciting to know that you could do that. And that became part of my, what shall I say, my dress. So iconic, but it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned that I'm going to do it like this or I'm going to do it like that. So at any given point of time, if you open my bag, you will find bindis like that.
Okay. The coils.
With coil, maybe you can take a good shot of this. Yeah. What's written on top?
So handcrafted for Usha Uthup.
So nice, isn't it? Maybe you could use that.
The
line.
singari করে একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ইফ আই মে আস্ক, অনেকগুলোই জিজ্ঞাসা করছি, তো ট্যাটু আছে?
No, I don't believe in tattoos actually. ভয়ও করি আমি এসব করতে।
আপনি ডাক্তারের কাছেও যান না?
হ্যাঁ,
ডাক্তারের কাছেও তো যান না?
no, never. I don't. I'm very scared. Very scared. Doctor के पास जाने तो बाप रे बाप. I'd rather, but I have 2 or 3 really wonderful doctors. Okay, Dr. Pal, who knows that he knows all my problems. So I tell him, remember, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. He said, don't worry, when you're with me, you don't have to be scared. Even to take a small thing like blood pressure. I know so many friends of mine, at the drop of a hat, they'll do a blood test. Then I have a wonderful dentist, Dr. Gandhi. When I enter over there, I tell Neepa Gandhi, please, no anesthesia, no injection, no this, no that. She said, yeah, okay, don't worry. And only so gentle, Dr. Gandhi, he'll say, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. Then he said, sorry. And so then, of course, my homeopath. So I don't really go to doctors like that. Of course, Dr. Vikash Kapoor did my leg for me. আমি খুব ভীতু, I look so strong, but I'm scared of everything. I think that has happened because also, I'm always scared for the health of my family and my friends and the people who work for me. Always scared that nothing should go wrong with them. And এটাই আমি বলি, it's so sad I don't have anything controversial to talk about.
যেহেতু হাঁটু নিয়ে কথা বললেন, আমাদের বন্ধুরা একটু হেল্প করতো এই জিনিসটা যেটা করছি, তার মধ্যেই একজনের কোম্পানি আছে মণিপুরা আয়ুর্বেদ। মণিপুরা আয়ুর্বেদা, তো ওরা আপনাকে গিফটটা পাঠিয়েছে।
হাঁটু
নয়, কেন বললাম মনে পড়লো, বিকজ ওরা হচ্ছে এসেনশিয়াল অয়েল বেসড প্রোডাক্টস, ফুললি ন্যাচারাল, পুরো অ্যাসর্টেড পাঠিয়েছে, whichever you like,
I will tell them, yeah.
আর হাঁটুটা ওদের একটা সুন্দর পেন রিলিফ আছে। তো
I'm so grateful for this, thank you.
আরেকটা আছে,
so that's so kind of you to think of that, really.
ওটা এক্সট্রা পাঠিয়েছে বিকজ আপনি নাকি ধূপ খুব পছন্দ করেন।
Oh, I love ধূপ, I love ধুনু, I love ধূপ, and আমি খুব sensitive to aroma and fragrances. I'm very
এটা একদম ন্যাচারাল এসেনশিয়াল অয়েল বেসড।
Oh, superb. That to jasmine, oh, I love it. Thank you so much for giving me this and for thinking about it. Manipura Ayurveda, thank you so much.
তো ওদের একটা পেন রিলিফ আছে, কিন্তু যেহেতু আপনি অলরেডি শুনলাম যে আর ওই ব্যথাটা নেই, হয়তো এর জন্য
কি ব্যথা?
পেন রিলিফ হাঁটু।
Of course, I've got a lot of pain.
আপনার অপারেশন হয়ে গেছে?
No, তো কি হলো? I didn't do the other one because of COVID. I mean, it came at the time of the COVID, so I couldn't do the other one. So all the pressure goes on this leg. So on the good one, so I have pain, but it doesn't matter.
আমি একটা অর্গানাইজ করে। তো কামিং ব্যাক টু ফ্যামিলি, আপনি এটা বলছেন একটা মডেস্ট আপব্রিঙ্গিং হয়েছে।
Absolutely.
জেনারেশন যখন চেঞ্জ হয়েছে, when you became a mother, কারণ আমি 2 রকম লোক দেখেছি। এক হচ্ছে আমার মতন, আমাকে লোকজন কনফিউজ বলে, বাট আই ডোন্ট কেয়ার। আমার ছেলে সন্তানরা যখন বড় হবে, আমি চাই দে গো থ্রু আ বিট অফ হার্ডশিপ, কারণ তাহলে অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েশনটা বাড়ে। তো even if I can afford, but if they don't need something, I don't give it to them. They have to earn it.
I agree.
আবার কয়েকজন থাকে যে I have struggled in life, আমার
let them have it.
So which kind of mother are you?
I'm a mother who, I don't know actually whether I'm such a good mother, but I know that I've done my best, and I think that As I said, I look strong, but I cry for everything, and I think I'm a mother who doesn't have a choice, or who didn't have a choice. I think because I would have liked to say, between my husband and myself, my husband would always say, let them go by bus. I went by cycle or to school or something like that. And I would say that, but there is a car now. Let them go by car to school. Why should they go by bus? Mini bus, they can go holding, dashing each other. They went to La Martin.
walking distance.
No, from Queen's Mansion. But I wanted to do that. But my husband and I would have always a fight on that. But my husband would always say, why are you giving them so many clothes? We didn't grow up with that. And then I would say to him, but just because we didn't get it, why shouldn't we give it to them? Let them enjoy it while they are young. And we didn't get it, but it's okay. So I am that kind of a mother who wanted to do right by my children. Sometimes I think it turned out wrong. In Karan, I feel that the way you think, I think it's a man thing also. I think many men feel that they've gone through so much of hardship. Why shouldn't their sons and daughters go through it? So that they learn the value of what it is. And that's very true, very true. Amra Jakun, if I told you something, you probably wouldn't believe it, but my father and mother never gave me even 10 paisa more than my pocket money, which was 1 rupee for a month. And in those days, 1 rupee was a lot of money. So if I ever wanted any more money, I had to polish his shoes, or I had to polish the stars that he had on his, or the medals, and then I would get maybe 4 annas or 2 annas for that. But never for free, never. I always worked for the money that I earned. And I think for that reason, I really thank my father and mother.
এই গল্পটা আমি আগেও শুনেছি, কিন্তু আমাদের যারা দেখবে ভিউয়ার্সরা তারা হয়তো শুনেনি। এই যে হাউ মাচ আপ্পা, এটা যদি একবার বলেন, মানে হাউ ইট চেঞ্জড যখন আপনার বাবা এরকম ভাবে আপনি চাইতেন।
It was amazing. My father, between my father and mother, there was this bonding, okay? And we hardly went to a movie or anything, but once in a way when I would say, Amma, can I go for a movie? She would say, go and ask Appa. I grew up with Muslims. The Shamim and Jamila were always ready to take us for a movie. So I would tell my mother, please can I go and see Ganga Jamuna or Madhumati, or before that also Dag or something like that. And Amma would say, go and ask Appa. And when I asked Appa would say, go and ask Amma. That almost meant no. Then I realized that they are one unit. And I think this is such a beautiful signal. Never to play one against the other. Never to play against your father and mother. They are your parents and that's it. And I found that the bonding that they had and the unity that they had, you couldn't break it. No matter what happened. It was amazing. And I remember very, very clearly that it was easy to patao my father, but not my mother. Report card jodi wasn't so good, I would run to my father to sign the report card, but not my mother. Mother was the disciplinarian in the family. And I remember very clearly my father once, when I asked him, I didn't ask him, I said, Appa, I'm going out with Shamim in the afternoon or something. He said, are you asking me or are you telling me? What a philosophy, that.
Yeah.
Jigish korcho, bolcho. And I learned such a lot from that. Make up your mind. And he told me, because if you're asking me, then you should be ready to hear a no. It's always a yes or a no. And my father was such an amazing human being. I would always catch him just before I go get ready. He would be doing his shaving. And when he would be doing his shaving, I would go there, "Hi, Appa!" And he would say, "How much?" And I would say, "Appa, give me some money. I want to just take 4 annas, just a few annas to buy some." I used to eat supari, 3 tukra it was called. 3 pieces of supari in one small packet. Or I would be wanting to eat puchka, pani puri. So he would say, "Okay, take it." It was a dressing table, and on the left-hand side there was a drawer. So I would open the drawer. There was one little bati in which all the change was there. And Kuno Din Ammi, whenever he said, "Yeah, sure, take it," I would never ever take just 4 annas, never. I would just grab it, put it in my pocket and run away. And all the way to school, when I would walk to school, I'd be saying, "I'm sorry God, I'll never chori again. फिर से मैं कभी नहीं करूँगी, कोनो दिन नहीं करूँगा." And next week again I was doing the same thing. "Hi Appa," "How much?" And I said, "I want 4 annas to have bhel puri or something." He said, "Take it." फिर से चलते चलते स्कूल आई बोलता, "भगवान कोनो दिन এরকম করব না, প্লিজ আমায় ক্ষমা করুন, কোনো দিন আমি করব না, sorry Appa." And I would go on like this. But fast forward, we were going to America, and there was a mutiny in Bombay. So আমাদের মিউজিশিয়ানরা সব আমার বাবার সঙ্গে থেকে গেছে Worli, and we stayed over there. I was so marvelous because we used to have whatever little food, everything was not available at that time. 3 days we stayed there with my father. So one day he came to the room and he said to me, "Hi Usha." So I said, "How much?" And he said, "No, actually I need some money today because the banks are all closed. Do you have any money?" I just started crying and I said, "Appa, do you know how much of money I have stolen from you? I'm so sorry for that." So he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Do you think that I didn't know? I knew all along. Lekin that was your punishment. Your whole life you have lived
Conscious.
about the way you took the money. But then it's all for you," he said. The way he said that all the money, whatever I earn or whatever Amma and I are doing, is all for you, all for the children. And so he said, it was such a teaching for me. It was such a learning. My parents were so beautiful. So this how much is really always been on my mind, always.
Very good.
And it's so important to know that you don't have to punish somebody every time. Leave it to God, or leave it to some other supreme power. And the punishment that you get and the release that you get after telling the truth is just unbelievable. And my Appa was a total Gandhian, complete Bapuji follower. So amra shabai in the family, at least I, complete Gandhian. And Appa used to be on bandobast with Mahatma Gandhi ji. And
Crime branch police officer, but
before that, he was not always with crime branch. He retired as a crime branch officer, CID. But before that, when he was superintendent of police, he was on bandobast with, to keep the law and order thing. Even when the Pope came to Bombay for the first time, for the Eucharistic Congress, Appa was on duty. And Appa has solved some amazing murder cases, the triple murder case in Bombay, and so many fantastic things. But Appa was a total, আমি যখন ট্রিনকাজে গাইতাম, তারপর আমি বোম্বেতে when I sang at the top of the town, Appa would always feel that, being patriotic, that it should be that I should, the belief, Air India, you know what I mean, Tatas, yeah, and Bata shoes, everything was set pattern. Gandhiji, these things were always set in our mind. And we grew up like that, at least I grew up like that. And we never got into politics, but those thoughts always remained with me. When he said, instead of blaming everybody else, you don't like something, you be the change. Jadi you don't like something on the table, rasam, normally we have rasam, sambar, rice and one vegetable, and we were very happy with that. If the vegetable was not right, then he would say, change yourself. Don't expect that to change for the whole family. You eat whatever there is.
My son needs to learn that.
And we had no fast foods, by the way.
আমাদের ছোটবেলায়
Fast food, never thought about it even. And so funny. I don't know how many people, probably the first time I'm saying it. You know, as South Indians, though we grew up in Bombay, as South Indians, we never knew what is paneer. Can you believe it? কারণ এটা ছিলই না আমাদের মেনুতে।
আমরা বাঙালিরাও তো ছানা খেতাম আমরা ছানার
No, but paneer is never, we never thought of it. We never knew. The first time I ever had anything to do with paneer was after I started singing. And in the hotel, they gave me a paneer cutlet. তখন আমি জেনে গেছি কি this is paneer. We didn't even know. এখন তো মানে everything is, options are open. Millions of options for everything. Like when you say, when I went first time to America, and you would agree with me on this. Not first time, maybe second or third. And I was waiting for the musicians to come down. When there was this huge big woman who came up and said, what would you like to have? And I said, can I have some coffee, please? So she said, now will that be black or white or decaf or this? Just give me some plain coffee, not just any coffee. Okay. Or would you like to have something with that? I said, can I have a toast? She said, will that be white or brown or rye or multi? I said, just any bread will be fine. Do you want anything with that? And I said, no, just some butter, maybe some cheese. What cheese would you like to have? Would that be this, that, blue, green, blah, everything? I said, no, can I just have Kraft cheese? So she said, we don't do Kraft, we do craft. So American, right? So one learns. The best education in any case, besides the one you get at home, is the one when you travel.
Quickly move on to, আমি যেটা শুরুতে যেগুলো বলেছিলাম তার মধ্যে একটা ছিল you molding yourself per generation, মানে যেরকম। So how do you connect with Gen Zs?
How do I make myself relevant? That I would say is, in a very simple and a quick manner, would be make time your friend. Don't fight with time. I've seen so many women who are trying, or even men, who are so desperately wanting to be young that they've really lost the mool kotha. Mool kotha is to move with time. If moving with time means you have to get grey hair, it's okay. There's nothing wrong if you dye it also, it's okay. And for me, there's no problem at all. People who dye their hair, they look beautiful, why not? I am in favor of anybody who is happy with themselves, okay? And so if you're happy with yourself, you can expose, or shall I say, carry that on forward to other people. Kintu ami eta nishchay bolbo that without connecting with time, you cannot be happy and you cannot make yourself relevant. Because time today is all that she has and all that they have. They're so young. They are so young. My grandson, he's so funny. He tells me, Umuka, please don't disgrace me by saying, ladies and gentlemen, say, yo bro. So I guess I've been successful in singing for so many years, 57 years now. And the reason why I'm still relevant is because even if I'm doing the older songs, because retro is where it's at, even though I'm doing old songs, still I'm always souping it up, making it different, being the change. Yeah.
Your bro থেকেই এসছে, because you talked about him a lot, your grandson. মানে I find it difficult understanding what they are saying.
I can't understand at all. So I ask openly, what are all these FPO and YPO and FOM and I don't know, they've got so many short
Now
forms.
the words have changed their meaning, like cooking. আমার ছেলের বন্ধু বললো, মানে মেসেজ পাঠিয়েছে, he was reading that your dad was really cooking in that. Cooking কোথায়? I was having a talk show. So then I came to know that cooking is achieving something big.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I have to learn.
So, মানে cooking, bussing, all those are doing something good. Slay, like you do in your performance. She just slayed the performance.
Oh my God!
এই কথাগুলো শুনলে আমি বুঝতে পারি না।
At least these are the words, okay? We don't know. What about the WhatsApp messages?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a sucker for good English or good language. I will never use short forms. Never. I don't believe in that. If I have to write a message and it takes me that 2 seconds more to write the full word, I will do that.
এই কিছুদিন আগে সুমন্ত চট্টোপাধ্যায়ের স্টোরিজ অফ ওয়ার্ডস এন্ড ফ্রেজেস টলি ক্লাবে you were there. আমরাও ছিলাম, আমি আর আমার ছেলে। There also you said the same thing.
Yeah.
ফুল কথাটা বললে খুব শুনতে তো ভালো লাগে।
Exactly. It looks also good, sounds so good, and it knows, I mean, with that you realize that one is not cheating, one is not dishonest. You have to be 100% honest to be able to be loved by people, I think. And for me, everything is about love. Everything. I'll do anything for love, really.
So when you talked of floods earlier, আর তারপরে Gen Z নিয়ে, because see, Gen Z tends to have an opinion for themselves, মানে even without knowing the facts. মানে তাড়াতাড়ি। আমাদের সময় মনে হয় আমরাও ওরকমই ছিলাম, ফুল জিনিসটা হয়তো আমাদের অত ছিল না। আমার মানে পেশেন্সটা কম থাকে, তো with age it grows. I'll tell you a small story and please don't take offense. He's a nice kid. আমার ছেলে। তো এই বইটা I'll request you to sign it later after. এটা বইটা আমার কাছে ছিল, তো ওকে বলেছিলাম পড়, যে কারণ আমাকেও নোটস বানাতে হচ্ছে, রিসার্চিং স্টাফ। তো পড়তে পড়তে বললো, and he respects you because ও সুমন্তর ওই টলি ক্লাবে ছিল, আর বলছে ও she is such a hoarder. কিসের? তারপর কিছুক্ষণ পর বলছে no, she recycles stuffs and gives it to other. That's not hoarding. মানে read
like
the
what?
full chapter. Like you don't throw things away. Flooding এর ওইটাতে বলছে যখন মানে you recycled and gave it to your friend, quilts, made quilts
razais,
তো ওইটা অত অব্দি যায়নি, তার আগে বলছে আরে she didn't even throw away her sarees.
There is no patience. They don't have patience to know the whole truth.
So সেটা তো একটা আপনি বন্ধুদের দিয়েছেন কুইল্ট বানিয়ে, but what are these Kanjivaram shoes?
Oh, the Kanjivaram shoes are, you know, when I started when I used to walk, I used to wear Reebok shoes, like anybody else, whatever shoes there were. And then I got my problem with my leg. And my daughter Anjali said, Amma, if you can wear shoes in the morning for walking, why can't you wear it during the show? So I said, okay. But then what happened was I only had one black one and one white one. So I started wearing those. And then I just thought it's so boring to have only black shoes and white shoes. So I cut up the borders of certain sarees of mine to match. Put it on. And I did it myself. Apne haathon se. And then my driver, Lokhinder, he managed to get in the wall, two Biharis who were sitting there, and cobblers, mochis. So we gave the shoe to them and I gave the material, and then they did it so beautifully. Before that, there was my friend Savita Chawla who used to help me out with these shoes, okay? And then she found me some cobbler, mochi, to do it. And so then when we got this other guy, two guys, Sushil and Mishri, in somewhere near Gariahat, I thought it was such a wonderful idea to make matching shoes instead of throwing away your shoes. Make them match your clothes, not for fashion, but for comfort. Because if I'm going to be wearing that for the show, and now you see so many ladies everywhere, they're all wearing sneakers, especially in the airports, you see, wearing saris. So now when you come across any lady wearing a sari and wearing sneakers, remember where it started. Very, very pleased to do that. No. So the sneakers, the Kanjivaram sneakers became so popular, everybody wanted to wear it. And so we, of course, I'm not a good businesswoman at all. And please do tell your son that these razais are favorites of my friends. And you know how it happened? I'd got all my new Kanjivaram saris printed by Kanishko, by Nanditadi, with my songs. I only get printed my songs. Aha tumi shundari goto Kolkata, Don't Worry Kolkata, Amra Tumari Kolkata. Then in Bombay Meri Hai, Bom 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 Bom, Bombay Meri Hai, yeah, that song. Then another one which says, Jo kuch bhi ho jaye, hum ye kahenge, hum ek the, ek hain, ek rahenge, Bharatiya. So now these, I had about 20-30 saris like that, new saris, which I got printed. And with the floods, the last two shelves of the Godrej were completely inundated. So when I came back from Bombay, because I was told that there were the floods, when I opened the Godrej, the water just rushed out and all my saris were damaged. So instead of just throwing it out, I made them into beautiful razais, which people started fighting for them because they're so comfortable. So comfortable. I mean, just the print was not so good because of the water fading it away.
So we'll quickly move on. Like, আপনি একজন communicator, আর বেঙ্গলে আপনি যেটা বলুন politicizing everything. So normally communicators আর এই কবলাসদের নিয়ে যখন কথা হচ্ছে, communicators tend to get into social causes when they are communicating. So it's not that you have not made songs which were on social cause, like Kolkataর উপরেই করেছেন, বাতি নেই কলকাতাতে, তারপর you also here you have written to the president about mochis and how
I went there. Okay. I got an appointment and I went and met our president at that time. And since this was all about Dalits, the mochis, I went to him and asked him whether we could not start a cooperative. They are the only people who really don't have any kind of a big business house, where they're all mochis, or whether they have. I didn't even know whether they have anything like that or not. But I wanted Sunil and Mishri to be able to do something big, because that was really fantastic, the work that they do, the Kanjivaram shoes. And so I took the whole project to him and he was really, really thrilled with it. And he said, Zarur kuch karenge. And so it's not a question of getting into politics. I've also done something with APJ Abdul Kalam, where I sang his song, which he had written. I sang it, I composed it. It's a song for a prayer for peace, which I did. No, in English. We'll ask them to give it to you, okay? These were the songs which were important. So I did that. Then the mochi thing I did. Then also the peace train with the Prime Minister.
Ekta Express.
Sorry?
Ekta Express.
No, I had decided to call it From Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Okay, Ekta Express. And that was when I went to meet and he was so kind, he was really so kind. And he said, we'll do something about it. I just wanted that I had his blessings, so that when we do it, there is no train like Kashmir to Kanyakumari. There isn't. So the idea was to do shows where I would go from one area to Assam, that Assam में एक रुक के एक बिहू गाना गा लिए, वहाँ से लेके we go to Gujarat and गुजरात में एक गाना गा लिए, फिर वहाँ से कश्मीर गए एक डोगरी गाना गा लिए, फिर वहाँ से गोवा गए, just going all over India and singing songs.
When you're talking of Assam, recently we have had this unfortunate stuff where Zubin Garg. So, I have a team member who has sent a question for you. Question is a bit long, but since she has sent it, and we'll discuss this in English only because she is from Assam. Is there something unique about the rhythm, sound, or spirit of Northeastern music that resonates with you? What's the one thing about Northeastern hospitality or culture that you carry in your heart? The culture of Northeast is very different from the big cities like Bombay, Kolkata. Do you think smaller, intimate audience that there responds differently to your performances?
The thing about Assam or people, I think they're the gentlest people. In fact, all of Northeast, I think, they're really gentle people. You can never think of them as being, fighting or having war or this or that or the other. Their hospitality is par excellence. They'll open their homes to you and give you whatever you want to have to eat. They'll cook especially for you. And their what shall I say, the kharai, which they give you as when they honor you, the kharai and the gamucha, is if you come to my house at any time and see how many gamusas I have and how many kharais I have, it's unbelievable. It's not because they give it to me, but it's because of the way they show you respect is something beautiful. Really warm people they are. And what is it that resonates with their rhythm is the bihu beat, and I have one huge big hit. I have many hit songs in Assamese, but one big one which was done by Rupen Uzir. He's no more, unfortunately, but it was called Dekhi Murga Keneba Lage Dekhi Murga Keneba Lage Bihure oi tolite nasu nasu lage o mursena oi tene koi nasabi bor moram loga koi. And the way they got so excited that my pronunciation was so good, but I work very hard with my pronunciation of all the different, I sing in 17 Indian languages and 8 foreign languages. I take a lot of trouble. But somehow, when you go to Assam, you find, of course, and I also had a different connection with Assam because of tea. My husband was in tea. So it gave me a lot of opportunities. But I have been to the innards of Assam, really, top to bottom, east to west. Really fantastic, beautiful people. People even think that way about Assam as far as I'm concerned. Their hospitality, warmth, cheer, the rhythm of their music is unbeatable.
So, one last thing, we'll come back to the politics. আপনি কন্ট্রোভার্সি থেকে দূরে থাকলেও কন্ট্রোভার্সি আপনাকে ছাড়েনি আর কি। ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলে ছিলেন যখন অপসংস্কৃতি, তো তারপরে আপনি কলকাতাতে বাতি নেই করেছেন। তো আমার এক বন্ধু ওর বইটাও পাঠিয়েছে, আপনাকে বলেছে একটু কাইন্ডলি সাইন করে দিতে। আপনি তখনকার চিফ মিনিস্টারের কাছে বাতি নেই গাওয়ার পরে রিলিজ হওয়ার আগে ওনার সাথে গিয়ে দেখা করেছেন।
In any case, I respect them a lot, really.
যিনি আপনাকে অপসংস্কৃতির জন্য যতীন বাবু, তাকে আপনি কিউবান সিগারেট গিফট করতেন।
অলওয়েজ যখনই আমি বাইরে যেতাম ওনার জন্য from duty free I would bring lovely cigars for him, because I didn't, it was just his opinion which I didn't like. I liked the man because he stood to his point right till the end of his days. প্রথমে বললেন আমার আওয়াজ is only meant for revolution. He said, don't sing all these other rubbish songs. according to him, he hated my music, which is fine. That's his opinion. And in the end, when I had the Rabindra Sangeet albums, after learning and passing from Vishwabharati, it was Subhash Chaudhary who taught me, and then Shuchitra Dey taught me, Hemant Bhatt, so many people. But when we released the album, I called Jatin Babu, and he released the album. It was wonderful, actually.
তো এটা জানতাম না উনি রিলিজ করেছেন।
And he released it.
তো এখন যেটা হচ্ছে, যেটা আপনি বললেন যে ওপিনিয়ন এন্ড দ্য পারসন ইজ ডিফারেন্ট। তো একটা ওপিনিয়ন আমার ভালো নাই লাগতে পারে, বাট নাও দিস ক্যান্সেল কালচার উইচ হ্যাজ স্টার্টেড, where they are cancelling that individual. একটা মিসপোর্ট কি করেছে না করেছে।
Oh, it's terrible. And that too with all the Instagram and WhatsApp. It's too much.
এবং we are not stopping at any level. We are dragging their family,
Everybody.
তো as a celebrity, আপনার ভয় করে না যে কোনো একদিন আপনি কিছু একটা বলে দেবেন, হয়তো এখানেই বলেছেন যেটা নিয়ে।
Of course, you see, if you take something out of context and put it means something totally different. Okay, but people love to make issues, as I said, out of non-issue. It's a non-issue, isn't it? Why bring nowadays? I find people are wasting so much of time talking about rubbish. In about 4 days, they would have forgotten the issue totally.
Yes,
they would have forgotten what they were even fighting about. That I am against. That I am totally against. And I feel really sad about that. Because some things are just not worth putting onto, television. I don't think it's worth it at all. Because as I say, I want to be part of the solution, not of the problem. So when people phone me up and ask me for my opinion, I regret. I don't give an opinion. Because I know that if I give an opinion, I know that if they want, they can change it. Right. And like recently, they asked me about Zubin. What did I have to say about the fact that, was it murder? Why would I talk about it? I wasn't there. I don't know anything about it. Ask me about Zubin the man or Zubin the singer, I'll tell you. We were very good friends, and I didn't even know he made so many hit songs. I don't even know, and the whole thing was so sad. The whole thing was so sad that everything else got lost.
But what was amazing, কারণ আমি আসামের সাথে একটু কাজ করি, যে
was the turnout.
Exactly, that এখনো চলছে, মানে এখনো people are mourning his death.
Lakhs and lakhs of people.
আপনার মনে হয় বাংলায় ওই রবীন্দ্রনাথ আর ওইটাতে আমরা এখনো পড়ে আছি। রিসেন্ট কাউকে বাঙালি অতখানি এক্স্যাক্টলি করতে পারছে সম্মান?
I don't think so. And I think the thing that really shocked me, not shocked, pleasantly surprised, that so many people, so many thousands of people turned out for his funeral. And I think that was really marvelous. I think obviously there are many things he did which you and I didn't know about. Locally maybe he's done lots and lots of good things which we didn't, and that's karma, isn't it?
আচ্ছা দিদি, একদম লাস্টে উষা উত্তপ ইন অ্যাডভার্টাইজিং, এটা নিয়ে সাধারণত আমি কোথাও কিছু পাই না, বাট আপনার জিঙ্গলস যতগুলো গিয়েছেন তো সব হিট,
big hits.
তো উইক্স না গোল্ড স্পট কোনটা সবচেয়ে বড় হিট সেটা জানি না।
No, actually Nescafe I think was big.
Nescafe,
Come Alive Days of Nescafe. But before that I had done one for a very nice one which people don't know about actually. इतने उजले कपड़े किसका है कमाल तीनों पाल कपड़े उजले बोलो किसका है कमाल कपड़े उजले और सफेद बोलो क्या है उसका भेद वो है कम खर्चे वाला तीनों पाल तीनों पाल तीनों पाल. And the first time I sang it was in Tinopal. When it changed to Rani Pal, then I did it with Jatin Singh. What a fantastic experience that was. I've done for Banraj Bhatia any amount of jingles. One of the landmark jingles was, of course, Energy, with the G-E-E. Okay, energy, when you're thirsty, when you're lovely. That was one big one. And then, of course, there was this great Dixki Goli Log.
There was an anecdote on
Yes,
this.
actually, the kingmaker, I would say, that is Suresh Malik. What a brilliant man he was. He's the one who did Mile Sur Mera Teki. And when he did, he came to the studio and he just put the paper and everything on my table and said, "This is the product. I want you to tell me. Think deep and think hard." That was his line. And I'll come back. Tell me, what is it that you feel when you feel that like you want to cough or you've got a bad throat? And he said, "I don't want any words. No words, China. No money. Just tell me what you feel." And he went away. Maybe to have a drink or something. And he came back after about 1 hour and he said, "Tell me, what did you feel?" And I said, "I think I feel it's like a kitch. He said, "That's it. That's what I want. That's what I want." I was so thrilled. So I wrote down kitch. And he said, "Now think hard and think deep. I'm going out again. I'll be back after lunch. Tell me, what is it that you feel like doing when you get the kitch? And I don't want words." He said. I said, "Okay." He went out, came back, and I said, "I got it." He said, "Tell me what." And I said, "It is." He said, "That's it." So we made the jingle. I made the jingle. It said, "Gale mein kich kich, gale mein kya karoon? Vicks ki goli lo, kich kich dur karo, tan 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 tan." And now, of course, is चलता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया. That was great jingle. Actually, I didn't write the copy for that, but it was done and it was really fantastic. So I used to be called the Jingle Queen because I always did the language correctly. Like nowadays people say lie, lie could be like, could be light, could be life. The last consonant has to be pronounced correctly. You try to teach the youngsters today, they think I'm mad.
জিটা তো চলেই গেছে ওটা নেপোস্টকে এখন লিখতেও জি আর লিখছে না ওই বাসেন মানে করে
oh yeah correct
there's no জি cooking
yeah cooking what's cooking it's like that. So I was known as the Jingle Queen and now there's a new one in McCain for McCain which I've done. You should hear that. It's really come out well. It's with the whole family. I mean me, my daughter, they went to 3 generations. And how McCain and music.
So the Mink band came together.
The Ink band, yeah. No, but it was me, my daughter and my grandson. Yeah, so it was, how music and McCain get together. Very nice, super concept it was.
But you have started acting also. Zepto te deklam.
Yeah, Zepto, that was such fun. I love acting. I simply love acting because I think it's an extension of my music and I love to get roles where I'm not Usha Uthup. I want to be somebody else. But we never spoke about the book. Yeah? I want to say that I am really proud of this actually. Because this came out first in Hindi and it was written by Vikas Kumar Jha, who, log sochte hain ki pop singer hone se that I would definitely be written first in English, but he wrote it in Hindi and it is called Ullas Ki Naav. Then it was translated into The Queen of Indian Pop by Srishti Jha, his daughter. Then it's now in Bangla.
এই বইটা পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না। মানে
You have to tell Penguin.
হ্যাঁ, I thought of writing, কারণ এটা ঠিক আছে, এটা তো আমার বন্ধু বললো একটা কিনে নিয়ে আমার নামে একটু সই করিয়ে নিস, তো এটা কলকাতায় কোথাও নেই।
Why is that?
সেটাই, মানে
We have to do something about that.
I'll definitely write to them if you need someone.
No, but you write to
হ্যাঁ,
Penguin.
হ্যাঁ।
I'll do that. It will hold more weight when
হ্যাঁ,
you write.
এটা কত
Do you have a pen? I can then do
হ্যাঁ,
that.
নাম ছেলের নাম
What's his name?
Aryav, ARYAAV.
A-R-Y.
AAV.
Oh, sweet. And how old is he?
1920.
Gosh. Actually, it's just amazing how kids grow up today. How old are you? 17. कुछ भी बोल रहा है. Hello, कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं आप.
19. 1920 মানে হচ্ছে between 90 and 20.
যা ইচ্ছা বলছেন.
Because ওই তো,
ওই তো.
he is the person.
এত ফালতু মানুষ আপনি. এরকম বলছো.
ওই আপনাকে হোডার বলেছে।
Yeah, it's so sweet. That's okay. I love you for that. Please, we'll do another episode.
Anytime. যেদিন বলবেন, আমাকে তো কালকে রাতে বলেছে, আমি সকালে চলে এসেছি।
No, I'm waiting for you to say nice handwriting, Didi.
সেটাই কি, love music and peace always walk. একটা লাস্ট রিকোয়েস্ট আছে, আপনি ওটা করে নেওয়ার পরে we'll close with that. বাঙালি তো সেই ঘুরে ফিরে রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীতে এসেই যায়।
Okay.
Garland of Gems.
Oh, that was such a lovely project. Brilliant project. Have you heard it?
I have heard it. কিন্তু আপনি যদি একটু জাস্ট গুনগুনিয়ে যে কোনো একটা রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীতের।
Now I'll tell you about this amazing project. It was so wonderful because, you know, I asked Nasir Bhai whether he would do the recitation with his voice, you know, and it sounded so good when he did it. I thought he would, you know, I didn't know how it was going to cost and so much of money and things like that. Kothay theke ami eto taka, I can't afford something like that. But he was so kind, and he said, Usha, I've never had anybody ask me for a project like this. So he did that beautiful one for me. And not one, drink to me only with thine eyes. Drink to me only with thine eyes, and I will not ask for wine. Beautiful. I mean, he was there, but the way he did it, there's a video with that as well. You must see it. You haven't done your research. Tell him to do that, okay? It's called Drink to Me Only with thine eyes, Nasir Bhai and myself. And it was just fantastic. You have to see it because he was so good and he didn't charge me anything. But you know what? He loved the gift I gave him. I gave him a Mont Blanc pen, the John Lennon collection. So he was really, really pleased. But we're very, very good friends. And doing a project like that was really, really marvelous for me. And I'm so grateful to God that it worked out. Because very few people know about it, but I wish it would go viral, like all the other things. All the funny things go viral, but it doesn't matter.
There's no formula.
There's no formula. I'm happy if people love it anyway. Have you seen the McCain ad?
Any regrets?
Me? No. I have no regrets. I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable in the space I am and where I come from. I have no regrets. I think the one thing I might just want to do, would have loved to do. I mean, unfortunately, he passed away. That is Harry Belafonte, my only inspiration. People ask me, were you inspired by Lata Ji Mangeshkar? I said, no. how could I be inspired by her? Where is she and where am I? We're two different genres and the pitch I could never reach. I can't even think in the way she thinks or her voice goes. I'll never be able to do what they do, but they can't do what I'm doing on stage. But Harry Belafonte was on the same page as I.
ইনফ্যাক্ট যখন আসছিলাম তখন আমরা ও ভিডিওটাও চালিয়ে দিয়েছিল, দো আই ওয়াজ ড্রাইভিং, সো আমি ভিডিওটা দেখছিলাম না, মাটিলদা শুনছিলাম।
Matilda, sing a little louder. Matilda, Matilda, she take me money and I run to Venezuela. Once again now, Matilda, what a singer, what a singer.
9 minutes যে কি ক্যাপটিভেট করে রেখে
And that's what I do with so many songs.
Only other than him, only you can do it.
Touch wood. Thank you so much for that. That's so lovely. What's your birth sign?
Aquarius.
I'm Scorpio.
Yes.
You don't know. When is your birthday?
September.
September. Virgo then. You?
One.
Virgo. Oh, I'm Scorpio. 8th November. So if your viewers would like to know, I'd love to receive an email or a WhatsApp through your channel, and it'd be wonderful to say just happy birthday to me, okay? And wish me lots and lots of luck. And remember, with all my humility and, what shall I say, admiration and gratitude to all of you, thank you for making me who I am. 57 years of singing, it's been because of you. And to all my musicians and all the technicians.
That Friday we wanted to release us.
Really? How lovely. So you can still do it.
আজ তাহলে এতখানি থাক, ক্যামেরা ধরা আছে, উনি বলেছেন আরেকদিন বসবে। দেখার
Yes.
জন্য ধন্যবাদ।
We'll do a lovely one together.